Thinking about cutting your own hair during COVID-19 pandemic? Pros say, don't do it. Locks down. Buzz cuts become the coronavirus craze. Men are cutting their own hair in quarantine. It's not pretty. This is why you shouldn't cut your own hair. Don't do it. Do not do it.
bad
idea. No. Huh, well, that'll give me something to do today.
So currently I'm outside Walmart. I'm actually grabbing groceries for the family. But I woke up this morning and I decided I'm gonna cut my own hair.
Oh, that's gonna need some work. Being a creative is hard, and I think a big reason for that is because being a critic is just so easy. When you're an artist and you finish a project, there's not really any way to prove that you're right. It's not like science or math where, you get to an answer, you reach a conclusion, and you can scientifically prove you're right. You did a good job. You are correct. When you're pursuing something creative, anyone, and I mean absolutely anyone, can walk up to you, tell you that movie you wrote is boring, that photo you took is lame, that song you wrote isn't catchy. And unfortunately, they're right. Art is subjective, so no matter how much time you pour into dialing in those colors, no matter how much time you pour practicing those chords, no matter how many parties you skip, how much coffee you drink, how many sleepless nights you pour into a project, you can never prove that you're right, that you're done, that you're the best. Anyone, and I mean anyone, can come up to you and say it's bad. Some people are going to truly believe that you've wasted your time, that what you made is garbage. But remember, these aren't the people you're trying to please. See, the only way to make anything great is to take risks. And when you take risks, you're going to fail. A lot. And a lot of people aren't gonna like what you make. Those people don't matter. If it's constructive criticism, use it to improve. But if someone doesn't like you because of your perspective, your voice, because you shaved your head, block them, ignore them. You don't need that in your life. Pay attention to who's giving you this advice. You have something to make, a story to tell, something awesome to put out in the world, something that someone out there desperately needs to hear. And you're gonna take the advice of some 60-year-old accountant who tells you your photo sucks even though he's never touched a camera in his life? I don't think so. If you're trying to please absolutely everyone, you're gonna end up not impressing anyone. Specifically in photography, if you follow every rule, get a symmetrical composition, get decent lighting, and just do some minor tweaks without pushing anything too far in the edit, then congrats, you've made a good photo. But this isn't the recipe for a great one. If you have a style that you want to express, be you, be creative. If no one hates it, no one's gonna love it. I mean, let's just take for example a singer, an actor, without doing any names, let's just say a country music star. A country music star could be extremely popular, but do you think they really care if someone who doesn't like country music doesn't like a song they put out? No, of course not. They're trying to impact country music lovers, not some guy who's just really into rap. Why would they respect his opinion over the people who actually like country music? I mean, seriously, when you think of like any famous creative, no one really hates them until they're already way up there because so many more people love them. As a general rule, if you're afraid to do something, afraid to do it because of what others will think of you, what someone else's opinion of you will be after you do it, then that's one of the surest signs that you should absolutely give it a shot. When I started YouTube, I remember not telling people because I didn't want them to laugh at me. When I started making vlogs, I remember not doing it in public because I didn't want to mess up in front of strangers. And most recently, when I got to college, I remember not pursuing what I wanted because I was more concerned with what everyone else told me would make me happy. I valued society's opinion more than my own. I mean, just this last weekend, I decided I wanted to cut my hair. It was getting long, I thought it'd be a cool thing to do. But when I went online, every critic said, don't do it. Men everywhere are giving themselves terrible haircuts. My family said it was a bad idea. But it was something I wanted to learn how to do, something I thought would be really cool. And until I said my opinion of myself is more important than society's, I was never gonna learn this new skill, and I was gonna have messy hair for the rest of my life. Or, for another couple months. And now I wake up every day, I don't have to fix this mess of a hair on top of my head. I learned a new skill, and I'm just ready to rock and roll. And if anyone wants to come up to me and tell me that my haircut looks bad, or they're not gonna hang out with me, or they don't want to watch my videos because of the way I cut my hair, because I wanted to learn to do something new, then these aren't the people whose opinions I value anyways. Honestly, I can't think of a time I've regretted making a video. I can't think of a time I've regretted going out and taking photos, or even trying something new. I've never even regretted failing in front of everyone, which, trust me, I've done before. But I've always regretted not making something, not putting myself out there, not trying something new because of what others would think of me. Every single time. If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing, but more than that, spend some time in the next week working on that project despite what anyone else thinks, and I'll see you all in the next one.